Hello world, my name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. We're going to talk about triggers today. We obviously know what a trigger word is. People will say hashtag trigger warning. You know, like you don't need me to define what it is. Plus, I didn't really look up the Wikipedia definition, so I'm not going to say that at all. What are some things that are triggering me right now? I didn't even realize that I had triggers. I considered myself someone who's very like strong-willed and strong-minded, but I realized most recently I've been doing this Tony Robbins challenge with a friend, and there's this email that they send us to remind us, hey, don't forget to tune in. And the person who emails us is that person's, my ex's name. And I was just washed in sadness. And I'm like, and also one of my trainers is my ex's name. I'm like, fuck, his name is so fucking popular. And it's unbearable. So I was talking to a friend about it. I was like, hey, what triggers you, and like why do you think it triggers you? And he said that I should take some time to just like sit with it and analyze it. And of course I made a list. I made a list, but I don't really need to look down on it because I know exactly what triggers me. Seeing their name, seeing their car. Let me tell you, there's a car literally right across the fucking street from my house, and it looks exactly like his. So when I go for my walks, instead of walking that way, I walk the other way, so I don't have to look at it head on. I know, it's so fucking sad, so sad, right? Breakfast triggers me. He would occasionally, whenever he felt like it, he would occasionally make me breakfast. Usually it was bacon and eggs. Sometimes he'd throw some like peppers and onions in there because I love peppers and onions. And now I say that I'm intermittent fasting, but I think that's an excuse for I don't want to look at bacon and eggs, which just give me a break. Bear with me here, okay, guys? Loud, sudden sounds have been bothering me, but I think that's more of something of like my childhood rather than my last relationship. Hip hop music. So, okay, I'm not gonna make excuses anymore. Hip hop music triggers me because he introduced me to a lot of songs. It's like I'm a musical theater girl. I know a lot of musical theater. I know all the Disney songs. I could tell you a lot of show tunes, but I don't really listen to hip hop on my own. So he introduced me to a lot of songs that I actually really, really enjoyed, and now I'm like, I don't want to look at it. I don't know if you look at, but I started making playlists. Thanks for noticing. For my channel, and one of my playlists is a birth dizzle playlist. Music that I listen to like dance to and have fun, but I can't even like look at any of those songs right now. Being touched, but this is an issue way before him. I've never really enjoyed being touched by strangers, but let me like elaborate. Like even like the smallest of touches, like when people do things like, hey, well, this is Ashley, you know how like they'll like nudge you forward, that bothers me, you know. Or like when someone like puts their hands on your shoulder to like walk by you, that bothers me, you know. And so now like simple soft touches included with intimate touches. I don't want to hug anyone. I don't want to hug my mom. I don't want to hug my family at all. And yeah, that's an issue. The it turning night really bothers me. I mean, other than the fact that I need to get used to sleeping alone again. But also like nighttime was like our time. We play video games, put on a scary movie, fall asleep to scary stories, and it was just our time, and it was our quality time. My love language is quality time married with words of affirmation. And so like that intimate time together really meant a lot to me. Being in Florida triggers the fuck out of me. And I'm sure everyone agrees right now, since we're the main fucking problem with this whole coronavirus. But I've said for like years that I want to get out of the States so bad. And I feel like I know that I need to be more patient, because nowhere else in the world is like Florida. You're not gonna get sunshine like this. You're not gonna get heat like this. But I'm like, ugh, like Can I just get away just for like a year or three? Let me just get the fuck away from this place for a year or three so I can like decompress, so I can feel like I can finally fucking breathe. You know? What else? I wrote down men, but that's not very nice. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. I was just being mean and nasty and just being super sad. So how does one work on fixing those triggers? And now here's some more notes. Okay, so first thing you need to do is ask yourself what part of you, we do that all over again. The first thing that you need to do is ask yourself what part of you is being triggered and by what. And then you need to tell that part of yourself to not be scared. You're not going to be humiliated. You're not going to be humiliated. I have such a fucking hard time saying that word. I have a hard time saying humiliated and tentative. Because I say that a lot at work. And we set you up for a tentative appointment. And I'm like, I feel like I sound like an idiot whenever I say that word. But you're not going to be humiliated. Shit! You're not going to be embarrassed. And you're not going to be killed by whatever you think is triggering you. So you need to calm that part of your brain down. Remember what I said the other day. Remind yourself that you are safe. And if you really think about it, you're giving that thing, you're giving that word, you're giving that image way too much power. A name's not going to kill me. A card's not going to fucking kill me. You know what I mean? But just looking at a card is not going to hurt me. Breakfast isn't going to kill me. If anything, it'll give me more energy throughout the day. You know? So it's like, why do we attach so much meaning onto things, onto names, onto items? Because there's a memory with it. There's a memory in that item, in that thing, in that person's name. And that memory is precious to us. So now all we need to do is we need to change that story. We need to make it mean something to us. I told myself last night that I want to like decompress because I've been on my phone all day. I mean, we've been working nonstop for like, I think 9 days, 10 days now. I'm like, I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. So I'm like, I'm just going to like unwind and watch a movie. And I couldn't even finish the movie. And I'm like, God, you're holding yourself so back because you have grown such an unhealthy codependent attachment to this other human being who's not even thinking about you, who's not even worried about you. What else? That was a bit of a rant, sorry. So maybe our past is telling us the wrong story. So like I said, we need to change that story. Okay, I'm gonna do that part last. Let me keep going. I make notes for a reason. Focus, Ashley. I make notes for a reason. Okay, so what we need to do is whenever we do feel triggered, obviously, face that thing head on and say that I'm not afraid of you. Face that fear. Run towards it. Don't run the fuck away. Run towards that fear. And notice that, hey, I'm still here. I'm still alive. Nothing, I mean, it may hurt a little bit at first, you know, take baby steps one step at a time, but look how brave you are because you showed up and you ran towards it. And you're going to be so fucking proud of yourself when you do. And just give it time. Don't put pressure on yourself to be over it tomorrow. You don't have to. Airplane, hold on. God, it's so loud. I was talking to a college professor last night, and she was always so good when it comes to relationship advice. So I don't know, I just randomly thought about her and I messaged her and I was like, hey, do you have any advice for heartbreak? And she said something very powerful, and I want to share it with you because I feel like it did help maybe like 20%. So she said that a long time ago, she did this thing where she used to work on a boat. And I don't know if you've ever been on a boat before, but like when you're pulling something in, you like wrap the rope around your hands and you pull, and there's kind of like a little burn, right? Because because you need that kind of burn, like you need that resistance, you know? So she said that when she meditated, she imagined that she had that rope tied around her hands, right? And she was holding on to that person, and they're in a hot air balloon. And that person, shit, fuck. That person is in a hot air balloon and you're holding on to them and that rope is burning your hands. But you gotta let them go. And you just sit with that rope forever, however long. You sit with that rope for however long that you need to. But eventually you have to let them go. And I did that last night. And it felt good. It did feel good. Even just doing it now, it's like, it kind of like a little tingling happens around here, this area. So I did that last night. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. Really weird. And I did that a couple of times. I wrapped the rope around my hands. Imagine him in that hot air balloon and I let it go. So I encourage you to do that today. Or whenever you have some time. To wrap your hands with that rope and let it go. Whatever that thing that you see, that you feel, that triggers you. And like I said, it may not be a person. It may not be a name, But whatever it is, you hold that weapon. Maybe I shouldn't do a gesture of a gun. You hold on to that weapon and you don't pull that trigger. You don't pull that trigger because you have the power. It does not have power over you. Okay? Cool. What are my plans for this week? I'm getting better with my procrastination. Yay me. Maybe I should do a procrastination video. I signed up for a yoga class. I think it's tomorrow. I need to check my schedule. And I signed up for a Muay Thai class. I want to sign up for a fight class in general to let go of some of this rage, because there's a lot of rage going on, y'all. I'm like punching my pillow sometimes when I'm at work. I know it's so bad. But yeah, the only class that was available was Muay Thai, and I was like, hey, why not? It's free. I think that's tomorrow morning. Fuck, I need to get some good sleep tonight. And yeah, and other than that, just update my content, put my videos in order and in playlists, and just, I noticed something this morning, and I have I have someone who's going to coach me through this, but I have a very addictive personality. I exhibit lots of addictive behaviors, and I become not only addicted to substances, but I also become addicted to people. So I was thinking to myself this morning while I was meditating, was it really love, or was it the addictiveness of him? Because he's a very addictive individual, There's something very intoxicating about being around him. And also, was it the drugs? Was it really love, or was I just... Or was it just substance abuse? But we'll talk about that another day. Because I feel a lot of shame right now, so I don't want to talk about that right now. Plus, I got to clock into work. So, I hope that you're having a great week. Happy July. I don't even know what day it is. Is it July? I don't know. Okay, bye, guys.